Greetings, 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 free people of this earth. Gratitude for your presence, gratitude for your existence. Salute the free people of this earth. Our fundamental rights and freedom did not derive from man or any man-made construct. It was a concept or an ideology that was agreed upon by nation members. And that ideology did not start with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. In fact, that very same ideology could be found in the preamble of the Declaration of Independence of 1776, where it stated all men are created equal and are endowed with certain unalienable, basic, fundamental rights and freedoms, to which is the right to life, the fundamental right to life, that is to exist, to be. The next one is the fundamental right to liberty, that is the freedom of movement, the freedom of choice, the freedom of conscience, the freedom of religious persuasion. And the very third one, specifically, is the right to own property, to pursue happiness, to control your person, which include your persona, your personality, your juristic or legal entity. These are your fundamental rights, which are guaranteed by all nation state members by way of a constitution. And all nation states have to amend their local constitution in conformity with this very fundamental rights and freedoms. So when people talk about constitutional rights, I will beg to differ and ask the question, what is that? I'm more cognizant of our basic fundamental rights and freedom, of which all constitutions secure, guarantee, and protect. So when I say constitutional laws, they are in place for the observance and preservation of your fundamental rights and freedoms. And these very fundamental rights and freedoms are in conformity with what the religious or theistic people would call the Ten Commandments. So it is a theistic ideology, meaning there is a supreme creator and power within nature that emphasizes good, that nurtures life. And from that aspect, we say, yeah, we hail the creator and nature. And as such, we try to conform our activities more conducive to, you know, say, natural base. And these things are free will choices. So when we talk about fundamental rights and freedom, this is not a gift from any politician, from any body politic, from absolutely no specific organization. This is an inherent power. This is a fundamental and unalienable right. And every man and woman across the earth have this inherent right. So when we talk about being specific, we say yes, there is constitutional laws that are in place to protect, that has guaranteed, that is supposed to secure our fundamental right to be free. Yeah, man, separate and distinct from a corporate entity. So these are duties where we choose to exercise, which is the practice of our fundamental rights and freedom. Not any of these sneaky rights where you have some little special organization where it's totally against the theistic ideology, you get me, or against God, because their actions and activity is against what would be considered the norm. All you have to do is look at nature, and nature can be our best teacher. It is a step-by-step process. And this is why we are here, to aid in what is known as a paradigm shift. We are a small part of a much larger group that is bringing forward or sharing this kind of point of view. There is no place that I have seen in nature where the servant is above its master. This only happens in a man-made area. This can only happen as it is now, where our public servants has elevated themselves from being a servant to now become the masters. But the masters of what? Or the masters of whom? Or you only can claim what you have created. And I've heard it said that the government created this and the government created that. Now, I beg to differ. I am here to rebut those claims. In other words, my point of view is this. If I am the creator of any government, whatever any government does is for my benefit and for my use, not the other way around. If I create a body politic or delegate a little of my authority to a body politic called government, then it is for collective security of not just my interests, but the whole people's interests at large. They would say in general. And there are laws which are in place that restrict all government, all body politic, all representative municipal corporation. They are restricted from infringing, from abrogating, and from abridging the fundamental rights and freedom of the people. And we are of the people. So this have nothing to do with our Indian nation in America, that specific society. Is that it have absolutely nothing to do with that. It has absolutely nothing to do with the government of Jamaica. It has absolutely nothing to do with the United States of America. This is a universal order. In order for any body politic or government to be in existence, its priority is to put in place measures to make sure people's fundamental rights and freedom are being protected. And there is a provision called redress of grievance by our public servants. And one of the very common misuse of authority by our very public servant is the deprivation of fundamental rights and freedoms under color of law, under laws, guise, in the form of substantive laws. Color of law is what is known as policy. Policy. That is the color of law. When you're in a representative society where a body politic by way of a parliamentary office or a house create rules for its members, then there have to be redress when these very public servants overstep their authority or breach their fiduciary duty as public trustees. This level here might be a bit above our common folk here on the island, the American island of Jamaica, misnomer Jamaica according to the corporate construct. This kind of subject matter is not commonplace for our common people, so we won't get too much headline or notification or notice. But at least for the record, we are here, and this kind of information shall be in place for perpetuity, where our progeny will come across a little man like me with a small platform like this. I said these things. Someone have to be that spark. Someone have to light that fuse. Someone have to start that fire. And our fire is the words we have received from our mouth. Our swords are these very same words. Our burning spear are these very same words. Freedom, free dominion, free domain. This is what we are talking about. And it's first start with a concept, an idea. Yeah, man. And then it blossom. Yeah, man. And grow. So just like a mustard seed, here we are. And we shall become a mustard tree. Step by step. That is the process. Let the words of our mouths and the meditation of our inner being, of our heart, be accepted unto Mother Nature and nature's creator on into perpetuity. This is the level. We keep it simple. Yeah, man. And we try to find basic steps where we can take and make so the common folk can take themselves, take them time for rise up out of them slumber and eventually become uncommon. A walk Indian nation in America. Bold and brave, firm and strong. Yeah, man. I said the brave may fall, but never yield. Salute, Digger. Yeah, man. Kingston College, alma mater. Yeah, man. We are who we say we are. And the records confirm that claim. It's impossible to rebut it now. So irrespective of these foreigners with their foreign agendas, we won't give it much attention anymore. We'll just stay focused at the task at hand. Hence, we move forward. Bold and brave, firm and strong. Forward. Yeah, man, it's an absolute victory in all capacity, irrespective of the threat and the violence that this oppressive system bestowed on we. We are stay firm, we are stay strong, and we are stay true to ourselves. This is why I suggest with our group that all a day like tomorrow, I think we should adopt the practice of fasting. We have a good sister we have had a conversation with where she discussed with me where her family, I'm not sure if there's any religious persuasion per se, but she said usually on Wednesday they always fast and hold a little reverence that way. And I find that very impressive. So that is a practice where I would love to introduce to our society and our people, for the people who choose to participate voluntarily. There's no edict. That way we can adapt this principle and know that irrespective of where we are, from rise from 6 to 6, we just all will fast, we just all a reverence. And because it's a Wednesday, it have no specific religious connotation per se. It's just a personal discipline where ones will choose to exercise. So that is just a suggestion from my part to the people who choose to participate. So we can know, say, boy, what you say, man, this is a hour practice. It's just like when a man say, man, hold him Sabbath on a Saturday. A man will say, watch ya, me I hold a reverence on a Wednesday. A man say, what that? And a man say, no, say the hour practice, man, our thing where we are adapt and institute within ourselves, among ourselves. So it become a personal thing. You know, it's become our spiritual thing. It's our spiritual practice. You get me? Now that can go down to the foreigners as a religion or a religious practice. But for us, it's always a spiritual thing. So here is an idea. Here is a conception where might can unite us with one common goal, which is to reverence our sanctuary, which is this body where house this spirit that is animating us. Yeah, man, for those who can calculate, please do. Yeah, man. And for those who can, yeah, man, also contemplate. Yeah, man. So we are look not just into these things, we are look through these things, not just on these things. We are bring everything within so we can dissect it, syntax it, and then manifest it. And it's all a step by step process. So I say to the free people of this earth, especially to the specific society that I'm a part of, let's see if we can make this self-commitment just to ourselves. It's a basic, simple thing. And at least a few of us, probably 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we can come together and say, yeah, we are older, harder, yeah. And this is our practice. As our work, separate and distinct, yet we exist harmoniously amongst all others. You know what I mean? So thus our actions and activity are going to kind of separate with our point of views, our way of life, and that are going to really separate with. And this is a free will choice. Yeah, man. So in a church, you will hold up your heart and live according to higher standard than yourself. And by practicing, me attain perfection. Yeah, man. So gratitude again for the time. Gratitude for the existence. Gratitude for your presence. Salute. Free people. Salute.